Thanks for joining us this Sunday night. I'm Adriana de Alba. We begin with a warning here at home over an international health problem. The coronavirus has now killed more than 800 people globally. That death toll is higher than the 2003 SARS outbreak in China. Health officials in the U.S. aren't taking chances on it spreading even more. Today, it's been revealed several students in Newport News have been told to self-monitor after getting back from a trip to China. 13 News Now reporter Megan Purrier is here with details on this developing story. Megan?
Yeah, Adriana. Now, those 4 students will have to stay home for at least 14 days. Now, we're hearing from school officials that those students went on an extended stay to China, and then they got cleared by health officials to come back to the United States. Now, Newport News school officials say the 4 students attended Denby, Warwick, and Woodside high schools, and that they went to school for 1 day last week. But because of new CDC guidelines, the students must stay at home for 14 days to self-monitor, even though they were cleared to travel back and are not believed to have the coronavirus. The Virginia Department of Health will continue to monitor the students and their families. Joel Bundy, Centerra's Chief Quality and Safety Officer, says the hospital task force is prepared to help if someone becomes sick in our area.
People are trying to understand, what does it mean for me? What does it mean for my family? We need to make sure that people are educated, they understand. We want to make sure we get in front of the story. So we're looking at pharmacy, we're looking at materials management. We want to make sure that we have clinicians that understand.
Coming up on 13 News Now at 11, hear from a Virginia Department of Health official about this protocol. Live in the newsroom, I'm Megan Purrier, 13 News Now.
Meanwhile, a Newport News teacher who left Wuhan as the virus continued to spread has now arrived back in the U.S. Sergio McRae is now under a mandatory quarantine in Texas for the next 2 weeks. The Newport News man is among hundreds of Americans who have returned to the U.S. over the last week, landing at military bases in both California and Texas. He plans to head back home to Hampton Roads once he's given the all clear. And in North Carolina, health officials are dealing with this too. They say 4 people who recently landed in Charlotte from China are being monitored for coronavirus symptoms. The Mecklenburg County Health Department says they're being held in self-quarantine. The 4 people who have not been identified publicly are considered medium risk for development of the illness. They do not currently have any symptoms.